Whether you're interested in changing your look for the new year, or if you're looking for some fashion tips or makeup tips, you'll be sure to stay tuned to today's program because my guests are fabulous. With us today is celebrity makeup artist Kim Baker, who has launched her own cosmetics line, and fashion designer Hope Wade, who recently debuted a new fashion line. So both ladies, thank you so much and welcome to All Things Newark.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Now, Kim, I put that celebrity in there because I want to talk about celebrities.
Oh, you want to get to the tea?
Yes, to the T.
Okay.
Who are some of the celebrities that you've worked with?
Oh my goodness, I've worked with like Kimberly Stewart, Rod Stewart, John Legend, Toni Braxton, Patti LaBelle. I did the makeup for her cooking show, and yeah, so.
Oh my gosh, so you know all the names, okay.
Yeah.
And you're like gorgeous.
Oh my God, thank you.
You were a Wilhelmina model?
Yeah, I was actually one of the pioneers of the plus size industry, along with Emmy and Donna Rothballer. All of us, we just kind of kicked in the doors and just opened up the door for the new generation. Yes. And I'm so happy that it continues, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot is going on, a lot has changed.
So let me ask you, so how has being a model helped you with your cosmetics line?
Well, during the time when I was coming up, there was you still had to mix your foundations, and you know, to be honest, like even like Fenty has put out like 40 different shades. There's still more complexions in the black race alone. I mean, we go from the lightest to way past the bluish, you know. Right. So, and then, you know, there's the different undertones. So the industry has helped me in the sense of knowing what is still a void in the market, because I was that model or that consumer that needed, you know, I have like 3 different undertones. I have a lot of yellow, a lot of red, some blues around here.
And you're wearing your own.
I'm wearing my own.
Your foundation is stunning.
Thank you.
And I want to thank you,
Second
everyone.
Skin.
I got a makeup done by Kim, and it looks fabulous. I feel so
she's
nice
so modest. She's so modest.
I do, because it's so hard to find the right shade for my skin.
Because even between the 3 of us, we're all African American women, but look, we're all different shades, you know?
Right.
So yeah.
I think the best person to kind of address that issue is an African American woman,
right?
Because she knows all the shades,
right, and
the complexities.
And it's still changing, because remember, there's still a lot of like mixed kids today, and so it's like just a constant evolving. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, when did you decide to launch your own cosmetics line? Has that been a passion of yours, or how did all that come about?
So I have to be honest. At 9 years old, my grandmother used to do her makeup. My grandmother was stunning, fashionable, beautiful, 6 feet 1 inches, and she wanted to be a model, and she wanted to, you know, do makeup. And back then, they didn't have those opportunities. And I remember at 9 years old, telling my grandmother, I used to call her Dita, that I was going to own my own makeup line, and she, oh, bless your heart, you know, oh. But you know, she didn't realize when she was doing it, I was really serious. And I'm a Virgo. I don't know if anybody believes in zodiacs, but Virgos are perfectionists. If we set out to do something, we don't stop until we get it done. It's either our way or the highway. And if anybody's married to a Virgo, you know I'm telling the truth. So, you know, it's just, that's just my way. I'm a black woman in America, so don't tell me there's nothing I can't do. Because I have so many obstacles before me, and I'm determined to knock them all down, you know. So I hate to say it, but King Kim. So you know.
Okay, King Kim. Well, let's take a look at King Kim's Glamazon beauty box here. I like
Thank
that. This
you.
packaging is pretty amazing here.
Thank you.
Now-
That's my PR box. So
I love
if you see
this.
that box, that goes out to influencers and special people like yourself.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, thank
I really
you.
appreciate this. I'm excited. So let's see what is in our Glamazon box here. This is, oh, I love this. So tell me about this.
So that's my brochure. It just kind of gives information as to a little bit of information about the brand. There's your girl on the back, me.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. And it just, kind of gives a little bit of insight as to who I am as a beauty authority and a makeup artist and a woman of color. So, yeah.
Second Skin Foundation.
Second Skin, hello. It looks like, yes, look at you, butter. So, it just kind of really looks like skin. I mean, I don't like heavy makeup. My philosophy when it comes to makeup is less is best. I have a lot of corporations that hire me to come in to speak to their women, because what happens is you get a lot of women that look at these Instagram posts and then they want to come in with glitter eyes, glitter lips, and glitter cheeks, looking like, headlights. And that's not appropriate for corporate environment.
Right.
So, thank God, Insta junkies, that I get to come in because, a lot of women just kind of.
So keep doing what you're doing.
Hello, keep on doing that glitter, girl.
Keep that glitter going.
Okay. So now, I also want to bring attention to this beautiful dress that I am wearing, courtesy of Hope Wade Designs. Hope.
Beautiful.
I don't know if you're gonna get this back.
I heard you.
I'm just saying.
I heard you.
So now, tell me about how you got started in the fashion industry.
Well, the thing for me is that I didn't start like she had a passion when she was younger.
Right.
I did not.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to be a nurse.
Okay.
And then the school teacher, the school nurse, when I was graduating from high school, she said, Hope, what are you going to do? Because I was an actress, mostly in the art at school. And I said, I want to be a nurse. And she said, no, you're not a nurse. You're an artist. I'm like, artists do not make money. She said, Hope, you're an artist. And that changed the trajectory of my life. But how I went to Cooper Union, and I was specifically recruited from that college to work for this company. And after a couple of months there, I was asked to go to Chicago to do a trade show for the company. And I did so well that when I came back, they told my boss they wanted him to groom me in that direction.
Okay.
Well, one day he called me in his office and he's like, Hope, you see the car that I drive and the house I live in and the vacations I take, they're all by the company. And I'm thinking, where's this going? And he said, you're fired because they want you to take my job. And I was like,
What?
And to be honest with you, I didn't even love my job that much. But anyway, so, the vicious
He was
cycle.
a threat and he fired you.
He said, you're
You
fired.
were a threat. Oh my God.
So this was like around October, November. Anyway, by December, the church I attended at the time, Redeem in Love Christian Center in Nanyuan, New York, they were having a big gospel artist singing. And so the pastor's wife said, look, ladies, we're all going to be dressed up. It's going to be a formal affair. So the problem for me was I was getting, unemployment checks. And I was thinking, okay, how can I buy this dress I wanted in Bloomingdale's and avoid my landlord who lived above me?
Oh, no.
And right before I lost my job, I bought a new car. So I couldn't figure out how can I hide the car? Brain could not do it. So a friend of mine, who's now a professor at Syracuse University, Professor Rowling, he came by to tell me, Hope, I'm going to do my master's at Syracuse. And I'm like, look, both of us are art students. Why don't I just make something on you? And he was like, Hope, I'm a man. I was like, I will not tell anybody. No. So I used him as a mannequin. And my mom.
A male mannequin for your dress.
I know. And my mom, she used to come up like at least once or twice a year for a couple months and she used to sew. So she left her sewing machine. I did not know how to use it. So I had to call her and step by step she told me how to do this thing. So I showed up and all my girlfriends were like, I thought you said you wasn't gonna buy that dress. I said, I didn't. I made this. They were not convinced. I had to go in the bathroom, turn inside out. They go, yeah, you made that. And then literally my girlfriend started ordering after that. That's how my business started, literally.
Wow. And so you never went to FIT?
No, FIT.
And I'm gonna order
like
one
that.
too.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
That is such a funny
Cooper Union is about graphic design, photography,
Right.
architecture, engineering, nothing to do with fashion. So
Okay.
that's literally how I started my
But
business.
you are an artist.
Well, of course,
Yes.
you know, that's the funny thing. When my clients come in, I can do a marvelous sketch. Now, I'm self-taught.
Okay.
So before, I just totally panicked when they left. Because I was like, how am I going to make this dress?
Right.
You know, but hey, you know, God is good. After time and a while, you know, you get to where you need
That's
to go.
a natural
Yeah.
talent.
That is.
Natural talent.
That is a natural talent. Now, both of you ladies have daughters.
Yes.
And what type of example or what do you want your daughters to know from your hard work and dedication and your passion to your craft?
Both of my daughters are very hardworking, and I think that's the example that I set. Like, I am relentless, never stop, always on the go. My daughters are the same way, very driven. One of my daughters is an executive for Horizon Blue Cross in billing and coding. And then my other daughter is a young entrepreneur. Since she was 15 years old, she has been doing people's credit and making money at it. And she helped me get my first house when by
excellent.
working on my credit. And she's a student at Rutgers, finance major, and she's going to be interning at Goldman Sachs.
Excellent.
She loves money. She's working right now. And I asked her to come up here with me, and she was like, "Mom, you know, I'll let nothing stop my money." And she does not. So I know I'm going to be able to retire at some point off of that one. So.
That's good.
Wow.
Well, my daughter is 17, Jasper, and you know, I got married late. I started later in life, but she's very focused from other young child, and she's the kind of person that you can actually, if you can explain a principle to her, and once she believes in it, then she becomes it. She's very ambitious. She's a very brilliant young lady. Like, she's in 4 National Honor Societies. I'm like, huh? I think I was in 1 or 2. But anyway, one of the things that I taught her from she was about 3 years old, that her job was to go to school and do the best. If the very, very best is a B, then that's good. But if your very best is an A, that is your responsibility. And so every year, like into 4th grade, 5th grade, whatever, I would tell her before the year started what that meant. For example, I tell her, like, in 5th grade, if you get all A's, it means when it's time to go to college, they will recruit you, you'll get a full scholarship, you know, stuff like that. And so she's very motivated, and I know eventually she wants to own her own business. And she has seen firsthand what hard work is. Of course I do, because of the kind of profession I'm in, I do look glamorous, but there's a lot of hard work. Stay up 3-4 o'clock in the morning, always trying to well, in my case, I have to meet deadlines because of the kind of clientele I have.
Right.
But she sees what it takes to be successful, you know, and it's a constant, you know, you can never really stop. You know, you reach a goal, and then you move to the next one. Like, for example, recently I was just awarded Woman of Excellence Award in Jamaica, and it was an amazing experience, you know. But to get to that point, what it took, you know.
And she saw you
of course, she's been
in
there
your
for
sewing room,
yes,
working day in and day out,
yes.
and closing yourself off to meet those
Of
deadlines.
course, yes.
That is wonderful. Now, Kim,
Yes.
I want to ask you, what should every woman have cosmetic-wise?
Every woman should have great brows. Do not walk out your house with jacked up brows. Every woman should have great brows, because if your brows are done, your face is 75% done. Because then from there, all you have to do is pop on a gloss, pop on some mascara, and you look complete. You know, everything else is optional unless you don't have great skin, foundation or whatever. Foundation really is, you know, to just even you out. You don't really have to put foundation all over your face. It's supposed to be places where, and then you just kind of blend it. But then a lot of us, myself included, has a tendency to just want to wear it all over, you know.
I didn't know that. It's like a
Yes,
spot
it's
treatment.
really just for spotting. Well, not just for, because it's created either or, for either or. But those are the essentials: your mascara, Glamazon, hopefully, your lip gloss, you know, whichever one, and a great brow. The brow is the must.
Okay.
Yes.
So if someone is interested in purchasing any of your products, how could they do so?
GlamazonBeautyCosmetics.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Glamazon Beauty
Glamazon
Cosmetics.
Beauty Cosmetics.
.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And even if they want to do makeup classes, you can email us.
makeup
Yeah, we
classes
do.
also?
I do makeup classes all over the country. Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I have to be honest. The reason that I contacted these ladies here today is because I need help. I'm just going to say I need help. I'm a local real estate agent, and I also I'm a special events coordinator for a nonprofit. And so I am always on the go from 9 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. I have to go to work, but then I have to go to an event after work. I have to go to work, then I have to go to a cocktail party. And me, I am challenged when it comes to makeup and fashion. If I could wear blue jeans all the time, I'd be set and wear my hair back. But I can't do that. I have to glam it up a little bit. So that's why I contacted these ladies
Oh,
here.
that's so sweet.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So now my makeup was done, as I said, by Kim, which is fabulous. And check out the brows. I mean,
Yes,
I have brows.
yes.
I have brows.
Yeah.
So now, Hope, why did you choose this particular dress?
Well, this is from one of my original pieces, but I think for you, for what you wanted, your skin tone, and for the occasion that you want, this is a shantung. It's a silk shantung dress, and it's olive green with fuchsia, and the buttons are exciting. So it's a conversation piece in itself. Like,
Yes,
for
it
example,
is.
if you went out.
It's stunning.
Thank you. If you went out, you want to be in a position where
Can
you
you
can,
get a look at these shoes? I mean, these shoes are pretty amazing.
if you went out to be in a position where you don't always have to start the conversation. People come up to you because
They will
they'll
come
compliment
up
you
and
first
say.
of all. And of course, Kim has
Right.
done a lovely job with your lipstick.
Yes.
So, it becomes a conversation piece immediately. So,
So now, this would be the look that I would have
in the day,
in the day.
right.
Okay. And so, if we are going to switch to evening,
Okay.
we have some accessories.
Of course. Well, one of the things for you is that because of the kind of work that you do, you have like juggling 2 jobs, and the fact you have to be out, it's kind of hard for you to be carrying 2 sets of clothes, luggages with you all the time.
Right.
So you want to be practical, but at the same time, you want to be glamorous. So, and the position that you have, you want to be in a position where when people see you, you become you present yourself. So in your case, then we just we use these nice rhinestone earrings in the evening for a nice
I love
cocktail
blue.
party.
Those are gorgeous.
Of course, and then because you have the fuchsia running through the lines, you would
Ooh,
have a
yes.
nice handbag. Again, this also comes complimentary.
And that definitely takes
with
it to
rhinestones,
evening.
yes. And then, of course, you cannot go anywhere without some really funky pair of shoes.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
These
yes.
should have by Zara. And of course, you want to give you a little, scrunch your waist in with a nice fuchsia belt. So
Okay.
you'll be popping, but at the same time, you'll be comfortable. You'll be exciting. Whenever you're speaking, people look at the entire person as opposed to just, a block of you.
Girl, I am loving what you're saying.
It's worked. It's worked. It's worked.
Okay. Now,
I love that
Hope,
neckline.
isn't this, this
Stunning.
is just wonderful.
Stunning.
And I like the fact that I don't have anything here
Yes.
to deter from the dress.
Right, absolutely.
Yes. So now, if someone is looking at this show and saying, oh my gosh, I love that dress. I love what Hope is saying. How can I get in contact with Hope Wade?
Well, it's hopewadedesigns.com. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, hopewadedesigns.com.
Okay. So now I want to talk about some of the trials and tribulations that you might have gone through during your journey. Launching your own cosmetic line, that's pretty heavy. And what were some of the challenges that you came across? That had to be a lot of money.
Very much so.
Right. And
So-
what is it? The laboratory and
Laboratory.
yeah.
My story is quite amazing, and I am going to do a book about it because this, not to get into religion, but I'm a devout prayer and meditator. I'm not the person that goes in the church, and I believe my connection with God is one-on-one. And I actually prayed and willed mine because I needed over $1 million, and I kid you not, and I will. This is going to be the corniest story ever, but I swear it's the truth. I remember one night I used to live in South Jersey, and I had been going out trying to pitch to get, because no matter what you want to do as an entrepreneur, don't even attempt to do it if you don't get the money first. Don't even attempt to do it. Otherwise, you just sit. You ever see a building that starts to be built? Right. And then all of a sudden it sits there. The person didn't finish getting the money. So that is what I knew not to do. So I knew I wanted at least $500,000. I wanted $2 million actually. And this is the craziest story. I actually prayed on it for like a year. And then when it wasn't manifesting, I remember one day I was sitting on my floor and I was so frustrated. And I just started to pray. And I said, you know what, God, if you are, I've been praying to you for years. If you are such a great God, why can't you introduce me to a millionaire that can help me get this off the market? And I swear to God, it wasn't a week later that I was in a meeting and I was showing my line. And everybody at that table had declined me. And there was this one guy that sat there and he looked at me. It wasn't a millionaire, he was a billionaire.
Oh my.
And he looked at me and he was just like, you're crazy. He was like, but you know what? I get it. You really want to be the Black Bobby Brown. Like, you do the natural makeup. There's really nobody out there doing that. And he was like, you know what? Let me think about this for like 2 weeks and I'll get back to you after Labor Day. And so, I waited and I was a little impatient. And then sure enough, he called me in for a meeting and I met with him and his, partner, and literally they gave me the money. They gave me the money. And here's the kicker. I just, when it happened, the story, of course, goes longer than that because 3 years, it took me 3 years prior to meeting them of me just trying to find the right fit, the right person, or somebody that has that type of capital. But this guy actually gave me the money, and the first day after we signed, they wired me $500,000, and the tears just could not stop falling, because I realized that God is able, and it just was constant persevering. And it took that long to find somebody, because very few people have that type of cash,
Right.
And
they didn't really know you.
No.
But they were going by your pitch.
And now I have my company back 100%.
Oh, wow. Great.
I have my company. That's another story. Read the book. That's good. Because, I'm going to do a book that talks about all money isn't good money. Because if you and your partner or your investors don't see eye to eye, it's not a marriage. That's like my former husband was. We didn't see eye to eye. We're divorced. So
We're not gonna go there.
But I, in my settlement, I walked away with my brand and everything, and we're cordial. Mm-hmm. We still speak, but it's a blessing because now I own, my company, right. And I have a manufacturing partner. And it's just been good. Now we're doing everything ourselves. It's a little bit slower, right. But I want to grow organically, So, yeah.
Okay. Now, Hope, if someone is trying to be a fashion designer, if they have a dream that they want to try to realize, what would you say to that person?
Well, I started out totally differently. I'm college educated, but I had a gift. I believe that God gave me a gift because I didn't have that passion before. But if you are going into that field, a lot of people who want to go into the field already know what they want. So I'd say, go to a good school. But if you're not if you can't go to college, I would say keep working, and you need to find your niche. You know, if you can solve everything, then you're really a seamstress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To be a designer, you have to know who are you, what is your niche, what is it that you bring to the market. And for me, from what I've experienced, I would say that to try to do at least one big show a year, because what the big shows do is they actually give you media attention, they give you a placing. And so but always work at your craft, and never be afraid to talk about it. You know, I mean, for myself, God is good, because Darlene Love wore one of my designs on the David Letterman show, the last Christmas show that they did, and now that particular dress is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum. And so, thank you. So, you know, that itself, it puts you, but the thing of it is that you always have to be pushing yourself. But I would say, and I'm a mentor to quite a few young ladies, but I would say definitely hone your craft. Try to really get a clean polish on your work. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere, but you got to put yourself in shows, because that's where people see you. You know what I mean? Most of your relatives and friends will wear your
and you know what? I
clothes.
say do a show a season. Do a show
Yeah,
a season.
yeah.
Like, you know, I agree with her 100%.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today to All Things Newark, and thank you, Hope Wade and Kim Baker,
Thank you.
Thank you
for dressing me and making me look wonderful.
Absolutely.
And thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time on All Things Newark. Bye-bye.